Happy Halloween! Okay, really, it's not Halloween anymore, but I wanted to dress up. Points if you can guess what my costumes are from. Granted, I think this one gives it away. So, but whatever. Guys, it's anti-haul time! Yay! So, yeah, welcome to my channel. There's a thing I do at the end of every month that's really at the beginning of the next month where I talk about all the stuff from the last month that I decided not to buy and just chit chat, because so often K-pop YouTuber unboxers just buy so much and it makes you feel like you also should be buying the same things, and that's really hard to do. So I'm going to talk about why I decided not to buy some things. October was quite a busy month, so we're gonna try to get through this as fast as we can. Before I talk about the things I'm not buying, I'm first going to let you know the things I did buy, just so you know. That's why I'm not gonna talk about them in this video. Those include WJSN, Chokame, Humph, Golden Child, Pump It Up, Pentagon, with Weekly, We Can, Luna, 12 o'clock, Twice, Eyes Wide Open. Oh, I guess I didn't say both versions for WJSN, one for Golden Child, both for Pentagon, both for Weekly, two for Luna, one for Twice. This is the fastest I have ever filmed an intro. It's really late. This month's drink of choice I am so excited for because it's been so long since I've had one of these. A Bloody Mary. I felt like this was an appropriate Halloween-y drink. Oh, it's so good. Alright, let's get started. The first album I'm going to talk about is The Album by Blackpink. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Blackpink. I do not own their albums except for one, and I bought it because I thought it was going to be the only album they'd ever put out. So I really should probably sell it at this point because I don't know. I don't need it. That's a discussion for another time. Now, I am really, really, really into the song How You Like That. I don't know why that's the Blackpink song that clicks with me, but it clicks with me. Other songs, I liked Pretty Savage, and I liked the Cardi B song. I think that's an unpopular opinion, but I really like that song. And overall, I would kind of liked the album. I'm surprised too. I've considered buying this so many times. For one, it's at Target. I could easily just pick it up off the shelf, put it in the cart, and go. It's, oh my god, it's dangerous. Having it at Target is really making me be like, I could just buy it. Like, it's right there. And the other thing is the photo books are like stunning. They're one of my favorite photo books of the year. Like, they're just so good. And I shouldn't have watched an unboxing video of them because I really want them now. They're unnecessarily big though, so I don't have room for those anywhere. Also, the vinyl version is so cool and so beautiful. That's like $200, man. Oh, no. But it's so pretty. Next, SF9 Special History Book. I forgot all about this. I guess it wasn't really like a comeback. It's more of like I think a special thing for fans. I think that's really the main kind of people who will end up buying this. And I'm an SF9 fan. I kind of collect them. It's confusing when you're collecting for a group. When you just don't collect that one release, you kind of just stop because you're like, well, I didn't buy the last one, so like, and like to go back and buy them is so much work. Also, why is this a thing? Like, is this like an anniversary thing? Why did they make this? This seems so random. I thought they were done for the year and then they released this, but what was this? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it just like way or is it actually W-E-I? We? We-I. I really have no idea. I've always just called them Way, but I could see that being wrong. So we have their debut album, Identity First Sight. We had a few new boy groups this month, and I wasn't like ready for that. And I will say, out of all the ones that came out this month, this one is probably at the bottom of my taste. They didn't offer anything new to me. It's to get me to like really get into a new boy group. It's like they gotta offer me something that I have not seen before. I know I'm picky. Like I'm hard to please. I'm sorry. I always feel so bad of like just being like, it's just another boy group. That's how I feel. Just give me something new. Give me something new. And is this another one of those Produce X1, the one like kind of group like people were in X1 are now in this? I think I talk about this in every video, but I feel like there's so much X1 and I don't know any X1 except Woods. I know Woods because I love Woods. Yeah, we'll see where this group goes. That's right, we doing costumes, all from the same music video. If you can figure it out, I feel like it's really obvious just based off that first one. This one, not so much, but the first one's easy. Lee Eun Sung, Beautiful Scar. It's another X1 person. Oh my god, they are everywhere. Jeez. I will say, Mirage, the title track, is so smooth and so unexpected. And you know, good for that. Next, IZ*ONE12. This is a Japanese release. I believe this is their final Japanese release. Thank God as in no more Japanese releases. Not because it's like, I know that their time's running up. There was a time when I was gonna buy IZ*ONE Japanese stuff. And then I heard it. I don't think this should have ever happened. Like I understand why they did it. Like it made sense on paper, you know. You got the Produce 48 girls. That was the whole like gimmick of the show this time. But wow, is the Japanese stuff just not great. And they just don't sound good. Like just give me Korean IZ*ONE, please. It's like even the songs, like it's not that they're bad songs, they just are produced so badly. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Is like I was gonna collect Japanese IZ*ONE, and when Buenos Aires came out, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm okay with just the Korean stuff. Plus, it's just jewel cases anyway. Like I don't need it. Wiki Mickey New Rules. I am so bad at collecting Wiki Mickey. They're in a very similar situation as SF9 in that I have just kind of picked and choose like when to buy the albums, or I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right, I collect them, so I should like order the album. And then there's other times where I'm like, yeah, you know, like money's tight this time, so I think I'm gonna pass on buying it. I'll buy it again. I'll buy it later. But then I never buy it later. This just came out at a really unfortunate time because of just money reasons. And they're just in that tier. They're in that tier of groups that like I don't necessarily pre-order, but like I will buy. Maybe I can buy like a used copy just for like the collection's sake, but they could really use the sales. I just don't understand why it's like they can't like get their hit. And I should be supporting them because I really like Wiki Mickey. Money's really tight right now, guys. I know it's hard to like believe that, because I still buy so much. But trust me, I'm not buying nearly as much as I would like. NCT Resonance Part 1. I always want to say Renaissance, but it's Resonance. Yeah, we got NCT 2020. That's pretty hype. Now, I'm not an NCT fan, like, really at all. Make-A-Wish is so good. This title track is top song of the year. Like, it's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
The rest of the album, wasn't really my thing. I think the front half of the albums was a lot better. Like, I remember listening to like the first 3 tracks and I was like, whoa, am I actually gonna really like this album? And then it kind of died down a little bit for me. But like, I just remember, yeah, I loved Make-A-Wish. Misfit was also really good. This thing with NCT, man, it's like they have a lot of stuff that I just don't care for. And then they drop Elevator or Baby Don't Stop or Make-A-Wish. And I just obsess over this. It's like the 2 extremes. It's like I'm obsessed, or like I just don't care. I'll see how part 2 is, I guess. I don't know if they'll do some fancy repackage of it all in the end. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If I could just craft my own NCT album of all the songs that I just love, it would be like one of my favorite things ever. But next we got Ailey I'm. Yeah, y'all probably didn't know Ailey dropped a mini album, but she did. And it did not sell well. Honestly, this is actually a really good EP. It's all ballads. So if that's not your thing, you know, I get it. And I'm not really a ballad person myself. These are good ballads. And I mean, Ailey's a phenomenal vocalist. That's no secret. But yeah, this is definitely be more like softer, more like emotional Ailey. Whereas now it's like her last release was more like Blackpink Ailey, which was weird. I wasn't here for that. But this was so good. It was so pretty. I've never bought an Ailey album though. So, and I haven't looked into the packaging, but I just have a feeling this is a jewel case. Like, I could be very wrong, but something about it screams jewel case to me. That's just not worth it. Very, very Face Us. What happened to this group? I swear I don't recognize them anymore. What happened to the cute, like, very, very, ring, ring, ding, ding. I mean, I don't want to be that person to be like,
oh, yeah, I liked the old very, very.
But, like, I liked the old very, very. If I had to, like, say what my favorite type of boy groups are, it's, you know, the more cuter types, a little more fun. Like, for instance, Golden Child. Love Golden Child. And they're, like, the group I always think of, like, that was a boy group that just, like, I was obsessed with when they debuted. Because I was like, oh my god, this is just so fun and fresh. And it's just different. And I loved that. And, you know, very, very kind of had that at debut. And now it's just, like... gone. Like, this is a more, I guess, successful route to go. But it's so weird how I don't even recognize them anymore. It's weird to think they're the same group. It's not that I didn't like the songs. I thought they're fine. I'm trying to think of like a good analogy. But it's like it's almost like, no, it's not really like this, but it just makes me think of, like, you know, when you have like your Disney Channel star and then they go like and break free of Disney Channel and they release like this like sexy kind of song. You're like, what? This? Huh? It's a terrible comparison. Black Swan, Goodbye Rainia. This. Okay. So, if you're not aware, so Black Swan is the new Rainia. Rainia was a K-pop group that they've now, I guess, rebranded to this. And it's so funny that they named the EP Goodbye Rainia. Not only that, they have the old Rainia songs on this. I guess they re-recorded it with the new members. It's so funny. And also, Rainia has a very interesting history. Back when they were BP Rainia, which stood for Black Pearl Rainia, when they had the member Alex, and it was just so it was executed so poorly, and it was so yikes. And I just hope they're not doing that again. If you don't know Rainia, I highly recommend looking into it because it's such a weird thing. But they didn't like redo all of the songs. Like Dr. Feelgood was on it, but it was like a remixed version. So like the old Rainia stuff they did remixes of, but like the stuff that was during like BP Rainia, they just like re-recorded, I guess. I don't know. I had no idea that's what this was gonna be. Like I knew it was just like new Rainia, but wow. Yeah, I'm not. I don't have any Rainia stuff. I'm not a Rainia fan. So, yeah. B1A4 Origine? It's Origin, but there's an E at the end, so I'm going to say Origine. So, yeah. Oh, my girls, older brothers. Unfortunately, I don't think I've actually ever listened to B1A4. So this was their first like album that I ever listened to. It was nice. It was chill. Unfortunately, this came out the same day as Luna in 17, so kind of just got buried away. So I listened to it like the one time and I was like, oh, this is nice. It was also like 6 in the morning and I wanted to go back to bed. So that's what I did. Not sure if I'll listen to it again. I don't know, we'll see. I should like listen to B1A4, see what they're all about. I don't know. Don't think I'm gonna be collecting their stuff at this point. So yeah. 17 semicolon. Okay. I feel like 17's like one of the most exciting groups for me to talk about in this like series. Cause they keep me on the edge of my seat, man. So I would first just like to say this is the best 17 has been in so long for me. The last time I think I was really into a 17 release was Oh My, which, yeah, that was 2018. So me and 17, we go back and forth. And so, but there's like not only that, but 17's packaging has just been like the worst thing ever for the past few years. And at first I thought this was the case for this one, because the teaser for the album packaging was not good. I just saw a weaving kit and I thought I was gonna have to sew an album together. Not the case. I watched an unboxing. I'm actually like, I'm fine with the packaging of this album, and I should buy it. Because, like, 17's, like, I have such a weird collection for 17. I buy 17 albums, like, entirely based off of the packaging at this point. Like, I collect them, except for when I just go, I don't want this thing on my shelf. Like when they had the envelope packaging. I also don't even have their debut album because I didn't like that packaging. And then this past one where it was like I I don't I guess I'm also glad I haven't like ordered it yet because the first press release or whatever like was all member versions, and I don't know how I feel about that because it was random, and obviously I'm gonna want my bias. That's a 1 out of 13 shot. It's really slim. I mean, I'd be happy with whoever, but it's still like weird to have just a photo book of one member and you couldn't pick the member. I'll hold off, I guess. We'll see. Like, it's whenever I don't buy an album when it comes out, it's really, really rare for me to go back and actually buy it. So, we'll see. D Crunch across the universe. D Crunch. When did they debut? I don't remember. I don't think they were this year. The only thing I really have to point out on this album, which I thought was so funny, was they have a song called, I call it Haggy, but it's Hagy. Have a good young. Alexa Decoherence. So much money goes into her stuff. Like, wow. It's pretty incredible. I don't understand Alexa. Sorry if anyone has an Alexa and that set that off. But like, she's obviously geared more towards like the international fans. But like, she's still, I guess, a K-pop artist. But like, I don't know how successful you can be with just promoting towards international fans as a K-pop artist. I mean, it's not like this company really cares. They have money. So she'll be doing fine. I don't think she's for me. I don't know. It's not like my kind of hype music, I guess. I'm sure like maybe 10 years ago I would have liked it. I don't know. I haven't had that connection yet. I don't know. Sung Ji-yoon Bloom. So she is a former member of Secret, and I absolutely love Secret. I don't own any Secret except for one album, actually. And they're like one of those groups where like, oh man, if I was in K-pop at the time, I would probably own all their albums, but I'm not gonna bother going back and doing that right now. I'm surprised this actually even got a physical release because it's just a ballad. But I'm happy she's still making music. TXT Minisode 1 Blue Hour. I was so sure I was actually going to buy this. I was going to pre-order it actually, but then I wanted to wait for an unboxing so I could know like what version I wanted to buy. Because there was like a concept that I really liked. I just wanted to know which photo book that was. But as I've kind of mentioned, like when I just don't buy something, it's hard for me to like go back and buy it later. And like the packaging of the album, I have some thoughts. Like for one, so I think the colors are absolutely so pretty. I love. I don't know why they put it like in a plastic case thing. I wish they would have just done what they did for their first album, and it's just like a slipcase instead of like you actually having to open it. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Also, this release just wasn't as good as their last one. I will say that. So I think that's also making me not feel like this urge to go get it right now. But I don't know how I feel about TXT. I really like TXT. And I feel like I should buy all the releases. Just like one version though. I don't see me like standing or ulting or whatever. It's just like I want to support them. They have enough support. But I like them. So they're a boy group. Like when I get it a little I'm intrigued every time, their comebacks happening. DKB growth. I cannot tell all these new groups apart because I thought this was a BDC. It's like there's MCND, WEI, TXT, CIX. Why can't we just have actual names? Just an idea. I know I've listened to them in a previous anti-haul and I complimented their rapping, I'm pretty sure. And I had the same thoughts here. I was just like, oh wow, rapping. Not bad. CIX, hello chapter 3, hello strange time. This album took so long to come out. Now I know there's reasons with Jin Young why this comeback was delayed for so long. But wow, this whole thing was just weird to me because I know this was supposed to happen in June or something a while ago. And then we heard nothing after they're oh, but we're delaying it. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, they announced it oh, yep, we're coming back. We're finally happening. I'm like, whoa, cool. And then it just dropped. I feel there's nothing leading up to it, no teasers. It just dropped. So I kind of missed it when it came out. But I listened to it and CX is good. They're right. I haven't bought a CIX album yet. And I think I'm waiting for that one release that will just make me really fall for them. Because it's happened so many times before with other groups where I just don't care. Then all of a sudden it's they have this comeback that opens my eyes and opens my mind, my soul, and I just obsess. I could see it happening with CIX. I don't know. I don't know the members at all, but yeah, who knows? They're talented. I like their music. They're good. Look who it is. I can't see anything. JBJ95 Jasmine. I actually liked this more than I thought I would. I was very surprised. I wasn't a big JBJ fan when that was a thing. It's actually funny because when I think about kind of what I talked about with my anti-hauls, why I started them, it's when I think of a group that I felt I needed to buy their albums because of watching unboxers buy all their albums, JBJ is the group I think about because all my unboxers that I watch would buy all their albums, all versions, and I feel oh man, I should be buying them too, even though I didn't really know JBJ at all. I mean, looking back and I'm kind of glad I didn't spend that money. I don't think having those albums in my collection would have really made any kind of difference for me. So there's just that information. And yeah, so I'm not really following JBJ 95 either. It just is what it is. I will say I like this. This was better than I expected. So am I pointing at the camera? P1 harmony disharmony standout. Yo, this is good. Rookie of the year, boy group rookie of the year, maybe. This was so unexpected. So this is from FNC. So they are, I guess, SF9's little brothers. And I just am so shocked of everything. I just didn't have any expectations. I had no hype leading up to this group. Part of that was because they had some movie gimmick thing that I wasn't really here for. So I was just I'm just not even gonna pay attention or bother. But then their music hit and I'm yo, okay. I'm a little excited. I gotta say, it's not Nemonade. Lemonade. Fantastic B-side. Like, wow. This is a good group. I am so looking forward to like what they do now. Oh, you can see me. And now for another new boy group. We have Drippin' Voyager. Don't like the name. For either the group or the album. Weird feelings about this group. I don't know why this group is happening right now. I guess I'm assuming there's X1 people in this, or produce, whatever. And I guess they're trying to like push it out now while I guess those people are still relevant. But like, y'all just put out Golden Child 2 years ago. Like, why are we doing this? And I love Golden Child, and this year for Golden Child has been like amazing. I'm so happy for how much they've been putting out this year, because they were not putting out anything last year. And everything's just been good. Even when they're not doing, you know, the cute concept that I like fell in love with for them, like they're pulling off like the other stuff, and it's just great music. I'm not talking about Drippin' anymore. I should probably get back to that. But this is just like, they don't have their own distinct sound. Drippin', I mean, like, I guess, you know, there's some Golden Child-ish element, but it's not Golden Child. And like, I don't know what this group is. And I don't want them to be the same as Golden Child, because they're not gonna be able to do that. But at the same time, I know some people are thinking like Golden Child's gonna go back to the cute stuff, while Drippin's gonna get the more edgier stuff. I don't want that either. Like, I just want Golden Child. They get replaced, and they're not even Golden Men yet. Come on. I'm very curious where this is going, because they don't have like a distinct concept. So I have uneasy feelings about it. We at the last album. Woo! Mino from Winner. Take. This is such a boring one to end on for like my commentary and my thoughts. Yeah, I don't really remember this album that well, and I listened to it a few hours ago. It was long. I liked his debut release more than this. I don't own anything from Winner. I'm not a Winner stan. I'm not really a YG fan in general, except for like G-Dragon. No urge to get this. Oh, whoo. Hababa. Horseradish. Woo. So yeah, that's the video. That's the anti-haul. If you didn't know what my costumes were from, it was from Red Velvet's Dum Dum music video. It's one of my favorite K-pop comebacks of all time. And I thought it'd be fun. And it was. I hope you have a lovely... Wait, what was it? Have a good young